Summary of Look for Me There. Grieving My Father, Finding Myself, by Luke Russert, written and narrated by JANKY Mind. Introduction. The book Look for Me There portrays the challenges faced by a man as he grapples with the loss of his father. Through his global and emotional expedition, we gain insight into his methods of coping with sorrow and the valuable insights he gains during this process. On June 13, 2008, Luke Russert received an unforeseen call that shattered his world. The person on the other end, his father's assistant, shared that his father had collapsed, and efforts were being made to reach Luke's mother. Luke, however, suspected the worst about his father Tim Russert, the esteemed figure from NBC News. Just 2 days prior, they had all been together in Rome, and Tim had returned home for a TV show shoot. Given his father's character, Luke believed his father had passed away, and tragically, he was proven correct. Those who've experienced the loss of a dear one can empathize with the ordeal Luke and his mother endured. Yet, their grief was further complicated by the fact that their departed loved one was a renowned, respected, and widely adored personality. Amidst condolences and sympathy from people across the nation, they grappled with both solace and weariness. For Luke, the ensuing 10 years were marked by hard work, succeeded by a period of exploration and journeys. Along this path, he recognized his struggle to fathom his own identity and the essence of a purposeful existence. Within this audiobook, we'll follow Russert's expedition and uncover the valuable insights he amassed along the way. Chapter 1: The Legacy of Resolve. Have you ever pondered the enduring legacy of your family? Luke Russert's lineage is a tale of unwavering determination and the pursuit of the American dream. His grandfather, toiling tirelessly as a garbage man, aspired to create a brighter future for his son, Tim, bestowing upon him opportunities he himself never had. Tim, driven by relentless commitment, carved out a legendary path in the realm of journalism. Amidst this rich heritage, Luke couldn't escape the weight of his father and grandfather's legacies, propelling him to prove himself worthy of the privileges his dad had diligently secured for him. Luke's mother, too, contributed significantly to the family's remarkable history as a respected journalist and activist. Possessing a more free-spirited nature compared to Luke's father, she held high standards for her son, not easily swayed by mere achievements or academic excellence. Such things were expected. Despite his deep affection for her, Luke couldn't help but harbor some resentment, feeling the pressure to meet her expectations. Tragedy struck when Tim passed away due to a heart attack, drawing a vast congregation of family, friends, and fans to pay their respects at the wake. In the midst of grief, Luke found himself delivering an eulogy before a distinguished audience, including figures like John McCain, Barack Obama, and Ethel Kennedy. In that poignant moment, as he shared memories of his father, he sensed his father's voice resonating in his mind, urging him forward with encouragement and the words, "Bring it home." Yet, as the remembrances drew to a close, Luke stood at a crossroads, uncertain about his next steps. The weight of his family's legacy and the profound loss of his father left him grappling with profound questions about his own path ahead. Chapter 2: The Quest for Fulfillment. Have you ever found yourself evading your emotions, suppressing them deep within until the day you summon the courage to confront your innermost self? Luke experienced precisely that after the passing of his father. In the wake of this profound loss, he immersed himself in work, seeking refuge in its relentless demands, oblivious to the emotions he had tucked away. Various networks vied for Luke's talents, and he chose to follow in his father's footsteps, joining NBC, his father's long-standing network. Determined and diligent, he tirelessly committed himself to the job, taking on assignments at all hours. Within 15 months, he ascended to become an on-air congressional correspondent based in the heart of Washington, D.C. Years passed as he toiled persistently, sacrificing sleep and weekends, his drive propelled by the weight of his name and identity as a straight white man. He felt compelled to prove his worth and forge a meaningful life. Yet, in the spring of 2015, a pivotal encounter with John Boehner, the then Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, shook the foundations of Luke's purpose. Summoned into Boehner's office, he was forced to confront a question he had been evading: what were his true life goals? After a decade of relentless work, Luke finally allowed himself to pause and reflect on whether he was genuinely fulfilled in his pursuits. As he delved deep, he acknowledged the allure of fame and the sense of significance that came with being close to influential figures in the country. However, amidst the acclaim, he uncovered a truth he couldn't ignore: he was far from fulfilled. Despite his privileged position, he felt an unrelenting void within. At this critical juncture, Luke made a choice available to few. He decided to embark on a journey of travel and self-discovery. Seeking to unravel his true purpose, he set forth on a quest that would take him beyond the confines of his comfort zone and lead him to profound revelations. Chapter 3: The Journey of Discovery. In the realm of embarking on new adventures, some dive headfirst into the deep end, while others prefer to ease in with a cautious toe dip. Luke, the latter type, began his exploration modestly, taking his solitary road trip through the picturesque landscapes of Maine. This was a venture entirely novel to him, an uncharted territory of pure drift, devoid of plans or schedules. Accompanied only by his faithful pug, his purpose was to wander, to unearth the beauty of the world and of his own soul. With this initial step, Luke's spirit ignited, propelling him to embrace more daring exploits. From the captivating wilderness of Patagonia to the vibrant energy of Buenos Aires, he immersed himself in new experiences. It was in this vibrant city that he reunited with his remarkable mother, their paths converging for a Thanksgiving celebration at the home of Luke's friend. Witnessing his mother's charismatic presence, Luke had a profound realization: the moment when parents are seen not just as guardians, but as individuals with their own captivating stories. He was awestruck by her empathy, genuine interest in others, and calm confidence that effortlessly drew people in. Together, they traversed Uruguay and Paraguay, and as they prepared to part ways, Luke's adventurous mother bestowed upon him words of encouragement, her unwavering belief in his capabilities lighting a spark of determination within him. Conquering altitude sickness, he ascended to breathtaking heights in Bolivia, finding solace in his mother's words and his own unwavering perseverance as he gazed upon the majestic Bolivian salt flats. His journey pressed on, taking him to the enchanting Easter Island, the scenic landscapes of New Zealand, and the cultural depths of Cambodia. Amidst the wonder and novelty, questions of self-worth and purpose arose, wondering if such indulgence in freedom was deserved. Yet, every time he faltered, his father's reassuring voice resonated, guiding him to a place of contentment. Seasoned by the abundance of experiences, Luke's resilience blossomed as missed rides and spontaneous plan changes failed to deter him. He actively sought authenticity beyond the well-trodden tourist paths, eager to unravel the uniqueness of each country he explored. Having traversed 6 more countries, he returned home in February of 2018 to attend to his mother and prepare her house for the winter. When she inquired about his future plans, perhaps foreseeing his restlessness, Luke responded with a hint of defensiveness, determined to prove that his endeavors held significance. The journey of self-discovery had left an indelible mark on Luke, transforming him into an intrepid explorer of both the world and his own soul. Chapter 4: The Awakening. Have you ever encountered a moment when the excitement of new experiences begins to fade, leaving you feeling adrift and purposeless? This unsettling feeling washed over Luke after a pivotal conversation with his mother, forever changing the course of his journey. During his travels, Luke's social media presence flourished, drawing attention from followers who admired his adventures. Yet, as he explored Nepal and Sri Lanka, a disquieting irritability crept in, tarnishing the once beloved aspects of his wanderings. What was once spontaneous and unpredictable now annoyed him, as he found himself seeking photo opportunities solely for the sake of likes and validation. Returning home to confront his father's belongings, tangible evidence of a remarkable legacy, Luke's self-doubt surged. He felt paled in comparison to his father's achievements, and the approaching 10-year anniversary of his father's death weighed heavily on his mind. The anticipation of public commemoration and comparisons only added to his sense of purposelessness. To face this emotionally turbulent time, he planned a profound tribute, a 16-hour hike in Iceland on the very anniversary of his father's passing. Subsequently, he ventured to the Soccer World Cup in Russia and attended an awards ceremony with his mother, witnessing the profound admiration bestowed upon both his parents. However, instead of finding clarity, he grew even more uncertain and adrift in the wake of these events. His downward spiral continued as he embarked on a solitary drive to Marfa, Texas, seeking solace in the midst of a hipster haven. The loneliness intensified when he received an email from a woman he had an on-and-off relationship with, informing him that it was finally over. Lost in his emotions, he drove recklessly, consumed excessive alcohol and unhealthy food, crossing a treacherously busy highway on foot. The morning after this self-destructive night, he woke up feeling utterly despondent, worried about his health and mortality, reminiscent of his father's untimely death due to a heart attack. This jarring wake-up call led him to consult his doctor and acknowledge that he had been evading his issues for far too long. Finally accepting the need for change, he took that crucial step. He went on a literal run, his first in ages, and began to transform his lifestyle. He cut back on drinking, prioritized regular exercise, and improved his diet. Seeking help, he found a therapist and started journaling, realizing the therapeutic power of these practices. As he revisited his grandmother's old apartment in San Francisco, now in possession of his mother and aunt, he sorted through the myriad notes he had taken during his travels. Piece by piece, he wove together a narrative of his transformative years, a narrative that would eventually evolve into his book, Look for Me There. Through this process, Luke began to heal and grasp the essential missing piece of his journey, the Holy Land, a destination he had avoided due to its connection to his Catholic faith. Confronting his fear, a whisper of intuition urged him forward, guiding him to embark on this final, soul-searching leg of his expedition. His travels had taught him much about the world, but now, it was time to turn his gaze inward, confronting his own truths and fears. He realized that the pursuit of travel for travel's sake had soured, and it was essential to address the inner journey he had been avoiding all along. The call of the Holy Land resonated deeply within him, and he heeded it, setting forth on this profound pilgrimage to discover the profound truths that awaited him there. Chapter 5: The Epiphany. Have you ever taken a bold leap, undeterred by the potential consequences, simply because deep down, you knew it was the right course of action? This is precisely how Luke felt as he approached the border of Israel, despite hearing tales of the challenges others had faced at the crossing. The sight of young guards carrying military rifles didn't deter him because he felt a profound sense of destiny drawing him to this place. Crossing the border seamlessly, he soon realized his own preconceived biases, influenced by the media's portrayal of Israel and Palestine. However, he knew that, for now, his focus must be on understanding himself more deeply. He embarked on a sacred pilgrimage, visiting several holy sites within his religion: Hebron, Jericho, the Mount of Temptation, and the Church of Nativity. Each place carried a weight of solemnity, igniting profound feelings of faith within him. Despite his plans to visit the Church of the Holy Sepulchre the following day, an inner voice guided him to go immediately after visiting Christ's birthplace. Following this instinct, he arrived just before closing time, anticipating a mere 30 seconds to pray inside what is believed to be Christ's tomb. Kneeling and resting his forehead on the stone slab, he prayed fervently. Lost since his father's passing, he sought guidance and clarity. In a moment that felt like an eternity, a voice responded, acknowledging his prayers and urging him to continue his journey of discovery. As he prayed, a sudden revelation unfolded before him, recounting his incredible travels across numerous countries over the last 3 years. He realized that all along, he had been searching for his true identity, haunted by fears of living up to his father's legacy, and the pressure to follow the same path. In the gentle evening light of Jerusalem, a profound realization dawned upon him: he need not carry the weight of his father's legacy as his own rock. He was meant to forge his unique path, one marked by uncertainty and vulnerability, embracing the uncertainties that life had to offer. In this moment of clarity, he understood that his meaningful life would diverge from his father's, and that was not only acceptable but essential. Embracing uncertainty, he recognized that the voice within him during his travels was his father's guiding force, urging him toward this profound self-discovery. The realization freed Luke from the shackles of his fears, empowering him to embark on a journey of embracing uncertainty and vulnerability. He no longer clung to his father's legacy but accepted the challenge of embracing his own path and sharing his story with the world. Indeed, this was precisely as it was meant to be, a beautiful revelation of self-discovery and personal growth amidst the sacred surroundings of Jerusalem. Summary. In the aftermath of his father's sudden demise, Luke Russert set out to validate his own worth, emulating his father's dedication to work. However, this pursuit failed to fill the void, prompting him to embark on a transformative journey across the globe in search of profound meaning. As he traversed different lands, encountering diverse individuals with unique perspectives, he felt a profound resonance, confirming he was on the right path. Yet, when the time came to explore his inner self, fear gripped Luke's heart, causing him to lose his way temporarily. Nevertheless, he found solace in seeking guidance and reflecting on the myriad experiences he had encountered during his travels. In the sacred realm of the Holy Lands, his faith revealed a life-altering revelation: he could forge a path entirely distinct from his family's legacy and still lead a purposeful and meaningful life. For anyone embarking on their personal journey, the key lies in maintaining an open heart. Like Luke, staying receptive and curious will lead you to discover your path. There is no universal blueprint for defining a meaningful life, for each individual's journey is unique and richly varied. Embrace the diversity of life's possibilities and allow your heart to guide you towards the fulfillment that resonates most deeply within you. This audiobook summary was brought to you by JANKY Mind. We hope you enjoyed it.